All right, what's going on, guys? Good afternoon. What the heck is going on out there? Bitcoin down some more, continuing to melt our way downwards. Faces are melting. What do we got? 92,159. We know that the CME gap is between 100 is between 91,500 and 92,500. So we are getting close to the CME gap here. We're in the top part of it, but we have not filled it completely. 91,500 would be the bottom of the CME gap. So we'll see what happens. But as I told you guys, on the weekly time frame, we could wick lower, right? So you have to be prepared for anything. And as far as the title of the video is called, people are asking me already, what do you mean bear market's over? Guys, listen. For about a year now, altcoins have been in a bear market, right? Have they pumped? Are you up or down? You're down, which means that they have been in a bear market for about a year, which is a good thing for you because they can't be in a bear market forever, right? And already being in a bear market for about a year, I have an interesting series of videos I'm going to be doing starting today over on the Patreon. And it's going to be hypothetically projecting the bottoms of all of our altcoins, of whatever your favorite altcoin is, based on where it was at the top. So we're gonna be doing videos looking at where the projected bottoms could be, and have we already reached the bottoms or come close to the bottoms on a lot of these altcoins. We're going to be looking at that today. Later today, we're going to do a series of videos every day over on the Patreon. So. All right, let's get into the super chats. Big Kev, if Monday is a liar, this week could be very interesting. Thanks for all the content and keeping the Patreon focused on the prize at the end of the ride. Yes, absolutely, guys. That's the thing. You got to stay focused on the big picture. Stop being so concerned with the small picture, right? Candyman says, had an emergency this morning, lost 3 fingers on my right hand. I asked my doctor if I would still be able to write with it. He said, maybe, but I wouldn't count. I wouldn't count on it. Well played, my friend. Well played. I got to remember some of these. Man. Pure gold. Pure gold. Guys, it's a good day to have a good day. I was watching my guy. I can't remember his name. Another YouTuber. Anyway, I was watching him this morning. You know, he brought up a very good point, guys. The more negativity you put out, the more negativity you're going to bring in, right? So put some positivity out there today. Be nice to people, right? Compliment some people. Put some positive out there. You'll get some positive back. It's a good life to live when you've got positive around you, right? So put positive out into the universe. You will get positive back, right? So absolutely, I agree with that 100%. H. Barbarina in the house. What's happening, my friend Paul? Good to see you, buddy. William, what's happening? Strawberry Dragon in the house. What's going on? Official brother. First. Oh, man, I'm not first. Why am I so late? Dang, there you go, brother. It's a me, Mario. Bear market, my arse. What's good, future family? What's going on? Jake the Snake says, red in the streets, green in the sheets. Let's go, baby. 13 minutes, I'll be back. Nice correction. A super bear market. Should never sell on her red days. Well done. Super duper girly man. Bear market. Don't be an economic girly man. Another local panic sellers. I'm ready for your bags. Bring them on over. Yes, exactly. BD says, we all know it's not a bear market, just a huge dip. Loot, I probably meant look at what's upcoming. And Eric Trump even saying this last quarter is going to be epic. Well, there's only 1 month left of this quarter. I hope he's right because there's only 1 month left. Jetpack says, if you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. Yes, if you see me fighting a bear, help the bear. Exactly. Exactly, brother. Good to see you, Jetpack. Good to see you, buddy. Danny in the house. Quentin, what's going on, guys? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. We got 230 people watching. We got 53 likes. Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get up over 100. Oh, House says, head and shoulders on Solana. Definitely will be getting some better prices next few weeks. Yes, that's the mindset you need to have, man. Danny says, it's about to get fun. $350 more until we get that CME gap. Actually, it's a little more than that. We need to get to 91,500, right? To get to the bottom of the CME gap. Carlos, what's up, man? Stay strong. Rise above says, yo, Rob, cheers to the education you feed us in the Patreon. Absolutely, brother. Carlos, do you think it's a good idea to sell and buy back your crypto if you're in a loss? Depends on how much of a loss you're in. I wouldn't do it across the board, but this time of year, a lot of people are considering tax loss harvesting. So that could be one benefit if you do that. But like I said, not financial advice, but I wouldn't do that like across the board with everything, right? Like for me, if I was going to do something like that, hypothetically, projects like ZBEC, XRP, Bitcoin, Jasmy, I wouldn't sell those personally. That's just me, right? Ohow says $80 to $90. Soul incoming. I wish I had dry powder to buy. Hope at least someone can get back the truck up. Yes, that's a great deal on Solana. We got another Eli's in the house. Rob, you the man. Eli, you the man, my friend. Thank you so much for the support, my friends. Guys, I'm feeling the love today, and it's on a day like today. It's fantastic to see all of the love out there, guys. Right, all the support, all the love. Everyone seems to be strong. I like seeing that. Jimmy says, insane amount of liquidations on the 6-month chart at 81 to 91K. Likely we sweep these before moving higher. Very possible, Jimmy. Very possible. Over the top, supporting us over on Rumble. What's going on, brother? The more bearish the market, the more bullish I become. Yes, exactly. That is exactly my mindset. Though you guys know that I'm always bullish, even in bearish conditions, because I see opportunity. But you're exactly right. When everyone is in the market is bearish, I'm bullish. When everyone's bullish, I'm bearish, right? So exactly. Love in the red. Yes, opportunity, baby. Opportunity. Listen, here's the thing. A lot of people who got into crypto sometime within the last 12 months, right? Let's say that you got into crypto in like January, February, right? Where the alleged top was at this point, right? Well, listen, you, more than anyone else, should be hoping that we go down into a bear market because you're going to have an opportunity sooner to buy the lows on everything, right? So just kind of putting that out there that it's actually, really, really good for you if it goes lower. For those of you who were not buying Bitcoin at like $15,000 like some of us were, right? So Jake the Snake says, what's up, Danielson? On the road again, Alex, what's your take on a blockchain backer saying chain backer chain backer being bearish? What's my take on him being bearish? I respect blockchain backer. And you know what? I would say he's, for me, blockchain backer. I like watching him and stuff, but I mean, he's got a miss rate just like everybody else, right? Just like me, just like everybody. So yeah. Lion's Den, Rabarama. Thanks for all you do. Have fun in Japan and safe flight. Thank you so much. Yes, I actually needed to contact my pastor there. I want to make sure that hopefully they're praying for me on the flight. I've never flown over the ocean before, so. Expo saying emergency Fed meeting today at 1. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that anywhere. What's your take on blockchain backer being so bearish? Already answered that. Curtis, what's up, players? What's going on, man? He sounds convinced, but it seems so off right now when you zoom out. Yes, I agree. Rob, look at Colin's recent post. If you haven't, an interesting take. I will definitely check it out. Nathan says, Rob, look at Colin's recent post. I already read that. an interesting take, super bullish. Yeah, I'll have a look at it. On a day like today, we cannot forget to shout out D's nuts. Yes, exactly. We have not seen much generosity out of D's nuts lately. So too funny. I haven't seen D's nuts around. I wonder where she is. Let me look up Colin's post here, see what I can find over on X. You said it's bullish? You say it's bullish. Let me have a look. So let's go over to his X account. So this is the post here you're talking about. This chart explains why the parabolic move has not come yet. It's still coming, he says. So what he says is, I think this chart might be onto something. A final top in 2026 is not out of the question. One with actual euphoria and an actual blow-off top, it would make more sense in that regard. Both the ISM, or business cycle, and the copper or gold chart have been timed with Bitcoin cycles. They just happen to be 4-year cycles previously. This is true. This is going to throw a lot of people off because they're expecting the 4-year cycle foretells a bear market in 2026 when possibly we're just gearing up for the next leg up. I would not discount this possibility. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. As you can see here on his chart, guys, we see copper, gold, and Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin here, back in 2017 cycle, we had that bull run. At the same time, we saw a leg up on copper and gold and the ISM, right? Which is the business cycle, right? Same thing here in 2021, exactly the same thing, right? And then here we are now. Are we going to see a similar thing happen here? We've got the business cycle getting ready to go. We've got copper versus gold ready to go, and we've got Bitcoin ready to go. So very interesting chart from Colin Talks Crypto. Absolutely very bullish. Alex says passes a $2.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Tristan, Rob, how much are the shorts stacking up on Bitcoin? Let's have a looky-loo. What are the liquidation levels looking like right now? Which time frame are you wondering about? On the daily time frame, I mean, the longs are starting to come in at $89,000. I don't know. It's still only $846 million in liquidations. If we move to 97K, that's almost $2.5 billion on the daily. But if we zoom out, look at the monthly, guys, right? There's almost no longs, but a move up to just $106,000 would liquidate $8.47 billion in shorts. Very possible we see a short squeeze take place, guys, right? So sweep the lows, Johnny. Absolutely. Focus. What's going on? When everyone's making predictions, I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, the funny thing is most people making predictions right now don't have any experience or education in crypto at all. They're just throwing predictions out there based on emotion. Daryl, supporting over on Rumble. What's up, buddy? Happy Monday, everyone. Keep positive and good things will come. Absolutely, brother. Braveheart. Holding strong. Good day, Rob and Patreon fam. What's going on? Rise above. That's me. Join in January. These prices are a steal. Exactly, Rise Above. Exactly. Great attitude to have. We got 316 people watching, guys. We have 78 likes. Let's get it up to 100 likes, guys. Aaron says, chance for Jasmine at 60 cent market top now. Did you mean 60 or 6? Big Wick Energy. We tickled 91,900. Let's go. Yes, we are right there, man. Yeah, we're below. Candyman says was taking up for you in the chat earlier. Someone saying you were leaning towards a bear market. I was like, that's not what he's saying at all. No, that's the thing, guys. I think people might be misunderstanding me, right? I lean towards a leg up still, but I also talk about the potential of a bear market, guys, because you need to know all possibilities. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you all potential possibilities, whether they're bullish or bearish, right? That way you can be prepared for them, right? So I feel like I need clarity myself. I wasn't pissed off with you because of the market. I was pissed off with you because of the way you abandoned all people before you opened the swing trade tier. No, I didn't, Ken. You just don't want to pay for swing trades. There's nothing over on the swing trade tier, Ken, except for trades and one-on-ones. Everything else, Ken, listen to me here, okay? Because you really need to understand. You're spoiled. What you get on our Patreon, you don't get anywhere else on the bottom tier. You understand that most other Patreons or Discords give you one group call a month. One group call a month. We give you 3 a week, plus coaching calls, plus live streams. I can take all of that away if you want and just give you one group call a month and answer a couple of questions. You don't understand how spoiled you are. That's the problem. You get 10 times more than you do anywhere else, and you're demanding more on top of that, right? For like $30 or something like that. It's insane. So I think your perspective is a little skewed, Ken. Washing's done. Yes. How's the meme project going? Don't hear much about it. Oh, we talk about it all the time. We have episode 2 coming out this week. This week. Episode 2 is coming out. We launched episode 1, the pilot episode, last week. And episode 2 is coming out this week. It's a weekly episodic thing, so definitely check it out. Dave, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Jared says, just got done with the yard work. Now I'm filthy heading to my second job. Nice. Got to make that dry powder, man. Worst cycle ever. I feel you, Mr. C. I feel you. 60 cents. Now they have time to get product. Yes, you're right, Aaron. They do have time now to get their product out to market for sure. Yes, we're spoiled big time with Rob. Rob's Patreon is the absolute pinnacle, real value. I can't get that kind of education without paying thousands. Yes, exactly. I appreciate that, man. Rob's Patreon turns whiners into winners. There you go. Best deal on earth. Yes, and the Patreon right now, honestly, is 50% off. Well, Ken, that's because you're just not taking the lessons in, right? Sorry. I mean, I can lead a horse to water. I can't make him drink, right? Ty loaded up Miria bag. Nice. There you go. There you go, man. The Restful Mind says, do we hold 91 or drop more? I could see us wicking down to like 87 on the weekly time frame, to be honest with you guys. I know you don't want to hear that, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when we fill the CME gap. The bottom of the CME gap is 91,500, right? And right now we're close, 91,859. So, yeah. Not financial advice, but I would start DCing only on Bitcoin and not on hands for alts. There you go, Mr. C. Wendy says, smash that like, join the Patreon. Half price is a steal. Patreon is the greatest value, no doubt. Absolutely. Big John in the house. What's up, buddy? All right, guys, we're caught up in the chat. Let's get into the news. Bring on the pain. I'm here for the long haul. However long it takes. Exactly. We're building generational wealth here, guys. We're not trying to get rich quick, right? Need to grab some more Jasmine today. Looking forward to hearing your trip to Japan. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's get into the news a little bit here, guys. We haven't even touched on the news. Holy smokes. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on today, guys. This is the second live stream of the day. We're going for a third live stream as well. Strategy acquires 8,178 Bitcoin. And I would also just a quick response to saying that you're saying you personally get more from my YouTube channel than you did from the Patreon. Well, then you should, that in itself admits that you are getting quality from me. You're learning and you're getting content, because you just said you get stuff from me, right? Which means that if you were really, appreciative of what you learned from me, you would be supporting me in the channel, really. You wouldn't be trying to snake your way into stuff for free, right? Agreed. We're not a pump and dump group. We focus on long term here. Yes, exactly. Value. Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, led by Michael Saylor, has acquired 8,178 Bitcoin for $835.6 million between November 10th and November 16th, continuing its aggressive cryptocurrency accumulation strategy. The purchase highlights institutional confidence in Bitcoin as a corporate reserve asset, funding innovatively to avoid common stock dilution, impacting market concentration and corporate control of Bitcoin. Strategy, once MicroStrategy, has taken a major step by acquiring 8,178 Bitcoin. This purchase marks a continuation of the company's strategy under Michael Saylor's leadership, focusing on expanding its Bitcoin reserves as a corporate asset. Led by Michael Saylor, utilizing innovative funding methods to invest approximately $835.6 million between November 10th and 16th, acquiring Bitcoin without diluting common stocks, ensuring shareholders' interests remain protected. The purchase significantly impacts the market, as Strategy now holds over 3% of all Bitcoin in circulation. This action further emphasizes the growing role of corporate entities in cryptocurrency ownership and market stability. Financial implications include $136.1 million raised from preferred shares, enabling strategic investments without common stock dilution. This method ensures support for Bitcoin acquisition during low share price periods. Strategy's Bitcoin acquisition reflects an increase in institutional confidence and market influence. Such actions could lead to greater institutional involvement, potentially stabilizing Bitcoin prices against market fluctuations. Saylor's commitment to Bitcoin as a corporate reserve align with long-term market strategies. The company's innovative funding practices demonstrate a strategic response to optimize capital deployment, maximizing asset growth. So I don't think it's a good idea, personally, not financial advice, to be buying MicroStrategy stock right now. I would wait for it to bottom out, personally. Yeah, 3% is insane, Jared. Sometimes I worry that Michael Saylor's, maybe I've watched wrestling for too long in my life, but sometimes I get worried that Michael Saylor's going to pull a heel turn and dump all their Bitcoin, and all along he was a heel, just proving how easy it is to manipulate crypto. It just dumps it, right? Oh, man. I'm just joking, guys. He's not going to do that. ETH just dropped below 3,000. Did it? Let's go look at the ETH chart. Oh, yeah. Let me have a look at ETH. Let's pull up the ETH chart, shall we? Have a looky-loo here. There we go. ETH is below. And I was saying this morning over on the Patreon in the morning market overview that if Ethereum does start dropping below 3,000, I would probably start buying it at that level for sure. And here we are, guys. We are below 3,000, which means for me, you're probably coming down to around 28.25, probably to test support there. That's probably where Ethereum's going. So yeah, probably there to test support, see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, well, then you're probably, we could just call this a range, really, right? You really could just call this a range. Look at the liquidity, resistance, and support. You could come down right into that box is probably where Ethereum's coming, honestly. It's all about who you engage with, too, on the Patreon. Yes. The way I look at paying for an amazing service and your time worth every penny and more. Thank you so much, Restful Mind. See, the problem is a lot of people, because it's on the internet, they act like, the service should be free. They should be provided somebody else's education and experience for free because it's on YouTube? Would you go to your mechanic and say, hey man, fix my car for free? What do you mean you want me to pay you to fix my car? What, is this a scam? You just want money? Like that's the attitude, right? It's like, yeah, you're paying for someone's services. You're paying for their training and their education and their experience, right? I think the CME gap is filled now. No, Rodney, it's got to go to Bitcoin's got to go down to 91.5. It is the bottom of the CME gap. Thank you, Restful Mind. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Yeah, 3% is insane for sure. Curtis, don't you think Jasmine? Do you think Jasmine can get? Yes, eventually, yes. Don't know why everyone's crying. Just keep buying the dip. It's going to run eventually. Yeah, well, you're not wrong, D-Stans. You're not wrong. Sailor's body language says it all. Yeah, you're right there. Suplex the market. Chair shot through a table, right? Chris, BTC hit 991. Yes. Aaron, people never appreciate what they get for free. You're more than generous, brother. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. We just hit 91.5. Not on Binance. Did we on Binance? No, 91.7 we hit on Binance. 91.6 and ran back up. Keep in mind, this is Rob's full-time job and helps us become rich. All support is appreciated. Yes, exactly. I do this full-time. 15 hours a day I'm doing this, right? BTC hit 91.4. Which exchange did it hit that on, Chris? Daryl says it dropped below on TradingView. Okay, so that's pretty reliable. I'm telling you, we'll be back as Kendrick. BTC 91.57. Maybe we're filling it right now. Good job, Rob. Don't get bothered by those. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the support, guys. Love you guys. Let's keep rolling along here. Let's get into the more into the news. Let's get more into the news. Nathan says, Rob, the man. Thank you so much, man. Finding Rob and joining the Patreon has changed my life forever. Is the best $75 I spend every month. Big Rob, it's on 91.5 on Gate.io and on TradingView. Yeah, you can never really trust Binance's prices. I mean, we saw what happened last month, right? That whole thing, that whole dump on the 10th was part of Binance refusing to use a proper oracle for their price feeds in the first place. That's why a bunch of people that got liquidated should not have been liquidated, right? They hate us because they ain't us. Yes. No one's aggressive towards you, Ken. You're just spreading misinformation so people are setting the record straight. No one's hating on you. No one has a problem with you. But when you say things like that just aren't true, of course, people are going to rebuttal what you're saying, right? So, I mean, throwing out things like you got abandoned over there is absurd, right? Because you're not getting free trades. That's not abandoning you, right? 91.456 on Coinbase. Yeah, 91.6 on BTCC. We love BTCC, the channel sponsor. We love them. Use our link down below. Okay, so let's get Bitwise CEO anticipates the end of year bear market. Sorry, the end of the crypto bear market, not the end of year. So Bitwise CEO Hunter Horsley announced, sounds like Hunter Horst Helmsley, Triple H himself here, has announced on social media that crypto market may soon exit its current bear phase. And yes, altcoins have been in a bear phase for at least 6 to 12 months, right? Which is a good thing because it means you should be coming out of it soon, right? Influenced by new Bitcoin ETFs and increased institutional interest, the potential shifts could redefine crypto market cycles as traditional 4-year patterns give way to structures shaped by significant institutional involvement and evolving regulatory environments. Bitwise CEO Hunter Horsley Helmsley recently stated that the crypto market is nearing the end of a bull phase. His comments highlight the impact of Bitcoin ETFs and increased institutional participation, driving a shift in market dynamics. Hunter Horst Helmsley announced his optimism for the crypto market on X, suggesting that traditional 4-year cycles are outdated. He emphasized the significance of structural change in the market's landscape. The statement has caught the attention of various stakeholders, with emphasis on Bitcoin as a focal point due to the ETF inflows. The crypto community is showing interest in the evolving market conditions. There are notable financial implications with the arrival of the spot Bitcoin ETF, which attract institutional investors. Market structures are increasingly dominated by these entities, likely supporting a bullish trend. Insights suggest a shift from traditional crypto cycles impacting investor behavior. Institutional interest reflects a changing perspective on market risks, encouraging a recalibration of investment strategies. So he figures altcoins are going to still have their time to shine. You just got to be patient. We're so cooked right now. Cooked! We are cooked. Triple H is in crypto now. Yeah. He's going to be fighting The Rock for the undisputed Bitcoin championship of the world. The belt's got a big Bitcoin logo on it. I may not be blockchain backer, but I got your back. Nice. I think we're going into a 5-year or even or we are still waiting for liquidity inflow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, waiting for the liquidity inflow. We were talking about the other day, who was I talking with? They were saying that, I can't remember, but they were saying that, we've seen a lot of liquidity flowing into the stock market over the last 2 years, into precious metals like gold and silver, but we have not seen that capital rotation. And we've also seen a lot of it flowing into the AI sector specifically. We have not seen that capital rotation start to, flow into Bitcoin and crypto yet. But it will happen, in my opinion. What do you think about? I haven't looked at that chart in a while, to be honest with you. Kale Dog, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do with everything going on in your life and still keeping us going, not going panic mode. Hey, absolutely, Kale Dog. Thank you for supporting me and the channel. Thanks for having my back. Exactly, the 4-year cycle just turned into the stock market. Yeah. Early next year might be the best entry point. Yeah, you're not wrong. It could be, AK. It could be. Cooking. Okay, let's go over to Squawk Box, guys. Let's get a little bit of an update from what's going on over there today. So the gaming sector, I specifically picked this out, guys, so that people would understand that the gaming sector will take off, in my opinion. Gaming is America's favorite pastime. Okay, listen up to this. People who are invested in projects like Myria and Naka Games and Superverse and so on and so forth, guys, gaming's going to have its time to shine. It is America's favorite pastime.
It's now Strauss Zelnick, Take Two Interactive Chairman and CEO. Always good to see you.
Nice to be here.
I always need a primer on this, and maybe the guy in my ear should be giving me questions, because I don't play video games, and you need to pretend that you're talking to someone that doesn't have kids. I do, but they're older now. What's the state of the video game business right now?
It's the fastest growing part of the entertainment business, has been for some time.
Amazing.
So in mid-22, post-pandemic, there was a bit of a dip, and then the business sort of bottomed out, and now it's back into growth in sort of low single digits. Low to mid single.
So what have been your most recent successes in terms of introduction?
I mean, it's been a great year
so
far for Take Two Interactive. So coming from 2K, NBA of 2K,
okay,
huge hit, sold in over 5 million units. Recurrent consumer spending is up 45% year over year. Mafia: The Old Country, a massive hit for us, and most recently Borderlands 4, which is doing great, but great critical reviews and 80 Metacritic scores. So. On the mobile side, we're booming with new hits like Match Factory and Color Block Jam. And of course, GTA Online continues to perform. GTA Plus, our membership program, is up 20% year over year. And we've got it up for our fiscal for the second time.
What's the key demo right now, the age?
It's really all ages. I mean,
it goes all the way up.
Because we have a mobile business, we really speak to the entire market. And the ages, again, because we have a mobile business, it's all ages. This is America's pastime. It's the world's pastime. this is the entertainment business of today and the future.
Do your kids play now? And do you play?
I don't play. They play. They play.
They do.
They do. GTA. They also play. Well, it's not Europe. Fortnite. There. Yes, we have.
That's okay.
We got a lot going.
Fortnite's a great title.
We got a lot going on in the Sorkin household at the moment, game wise.
Glad to hear it.
I would think you would say AI has been around for a while.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning,
Yeah.
yet it is different now, isn't it? The possibilities. What do you think about is possible? I can imagine that the games could learn what the player is doing, the way, I don't know, the way you shoot people or something, but whatever it is that you're doing in a video game, but the way that you approach it, couldn't it be learning that as it goes along and evolving with the player as you play?
You captured it well. Table stakes are creating more efficiency in development and marketing, and every enterprise is trying to do that, and we're trying to do that, and we're seeing some good early results in creating efficiencies. And by the way, efficiencies is not code for reducing employment. Efficiencies is code for taking away mundane tasks so people can focus on more interesting and more creative tasks. However, you're also right. In the creative part of the game, historically, we had to script every single action that a character engaged in. And because it is interactive, think about how much scripting that is. Now, we're always going to need great writers, and we always will have plenty of scripting. But characters should be able to be trained on that very scripting that has been created by great writers, and then interact in a way that feels more natural.
But do you think we're going to
see that happening?
Do you think we're going to get to a point where the AI is so good that it actually, removes some of the moat to creating these games? Meaning, Joe and I can make a game that looks as great, maybe, as one of your games. You think that's just never going to happen?
Never's a very long time. Remember, the moat is not just the creation; it's everything that goes around creating entertainment. And part of it is having a place to work for the best and the brightest and the most creative, for example, where all they can do is ply their trade. Part of it is being able to market and distribute worldwide. So I do think that if you said, can you create an image, a graphic image with AI that looks just as good as an image in a professional piece of entertainment? Sure. But can you put all that together and create a massive hit? Probably not.
Guys, listen, okay? Gaming is the isness of business, just like LA Knight says, okay? So it's not something you're going to want to sleep on. Web3 gaming is going to have its time to shine, just like meme coins will have another time to shine, just like layer ones, everything else. Everything will have its time to shine. Tech Enthusiast says XRP won't succeed. Here's why. But first, Jay says, thanks for showing up in straight panic. These rough waters turned into profit, made over 2K in 72 hours off your short plays. The trade levels alone are worth every dollar. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, Jay. Thank you so much. That's exactly it. I dropped 4 trades yesterday. I'm dropping 4 more trades today. The money people are making on our trades right now pays for their membership on the Patreon and then some, right? So, and they're making money while the market is dumping, right? So if you don't know how to trade, we also have training videos over there as well, and you can practice with demo mode. So definitely check it out, guys. The link is down below, and it's 50% off right now for Christmas season, right? If it wasn't for the Patreon, I would have sold my bags at a loss a long time ago. I'm glad that you didn't. I'm glad you didn't, Anthony. House says B3. Brother, I keep forgetting to ask you, have any updates for the shirts? Yeah, I got to go get them. I got to go pick them up. They've been ready for a while, but you know what happened with my son? And that just kind of, everything got put on the back burner. So I got to go grab them and mail them out. People seem to be forgetting Miria's partners. Yes, exactly. People forget everything when the price is not doing what they want it to, right? They get emotional and they tend to forget, what they invested in. No one talks about new Mafia game at all. Best game of the year. Nice. I'm a World of Warcraft guy myself. Wicked below 91. Yes, we're actually at 91,000. We got down to 91,400. We're back up to 91.6 though. So on Binance. Is this the Adult Games by Polygon? I'm losing my He's describing Miria. Yes. 91,290. CME gap officially filled, guys. Now, can we rebound and start chasing the CME gap? There's one at 106K, and there's another one, 96K. There's one. And there's also one between 104K and 110K. So now that that's filled, the CME gap, we do have two CME gaps to the upside. How could that many people in that survey think we're still in a bull run? Joe, blessings to you, brother. Truly a light worker doing God's work. Thank you so much, Joe. Hopium. Okay. Telcoin will blow the top off. Yes, Telcoin is doing absolutely fantastic. It's got to break its current resistance level. Let's get into it here, guys. Tech enthusiast says XRP will not succeed. What? A statement from prominent community members often reveal how investors interpret ongoing market conditions. A recent post from crypto and tech enthusiast, the XRP Guy, has promoted clear opinions regarding the relationship between Bitcoin's price movements and XRP's long-term trajectory. The discussion reflects contrasting views on how each asset functions within the broader digital economy. It's based on whether short-term volatility in Bitcoin has any meaningful effect on XRP's intended utility. The central idea presented in the response is that Bitcoin's role in the speculative market differs fundamentally from the market in which XRP is positioned. One user, Podalika, emphasized the names some people come up with, man. Emphasized that the separation by noting that Bitcoin's influence speculative trading cycles, while XRP is engineered for liquidity, infrastructure, and real-time settlement use cases. According to this perspective, the two assets operate on separate rails with distinct market incentives. The argument continues by suggesting that when institutional-grade settlement systems rely on high-speed, low-cost liquidity go live at scale, Bitcoin's volatility will not be an obstacle for XRP, but rather a factor that reinforces the value of a stable settlement asset. The interpretation frames Bitcoin as a speculative instrument and XRP as a transactional tool with different objectives and outcomes. I wouldn't say that Bitcoin is any longer a speculative asset. I think it's more of a hedge now, more of a savings account than anything else. But it's still the difference between that and XRP, obviously, in terms of utility. Clearly, XRP has the edge there. Another viewpoint from CK Invests, who asserted that Bitcoin-aligned traders may be influencing XRP's price performance during periods of heightened attention. The user references repeated instances throughout the year in which downward price movements followed positive developments surrounding XRP. Their stance is that these events are not coincidental, but instead reflect an institutional effort to slow XRP's momentum. The conspiracy theory continues. This perspective is rooted in the belief that a shift in market leadership is possible and that such a transition could create resistance from holders of assets currently at the top. From this angle, XRP supporters interpret price fluctuations not as a reflection of weak fundamentals, but as a result of competitive positioning within the market. Overall, the comments responding to the XRP Guy's statement point to shared conviction among many XRP observers that comparing the asset directly to Bitcoin overlooks their different functions. And I've never understood that. Why people compare, Bitcoin to, Web3 gaming projects or Bitcoin to, really anything. We got a moron in the chat, so we'll just ban him. There. Now you can go bug someone else. Okay, Ken, that's fine, but that has nothing to do with me. That doesn't justify you calling me an a-hole, right? because you're on a fixed income and don't want to do the trading trade. That has nothing to do with me. That's not my doing. That's not my issue, right? And it doesn't entitle you to start calling me names on the internet, because I won't turn over free trades to you, right? So what do we have here? Benjamin says, so we feel what you feel on the bounce back timing, Rob? Hours, days, weeks? Probably weeks. Probably weeks. The girls give me their socks. My socks runneth over. The problem with XRP is their stable coin now takes away its use case. Yeah, there's been a lot of kind of conversation about that, right? A lot of speculation about that. So, yeah, I mean, they claim that their stablecoin doesn't affect XRP's utility or whatever. That's what they claim, but whatever. Let's go back over to Squawk Box. Jeez, we're already at an hour. Holy smokes. Chat's busy today. I love it, guys. I love it. We got 362 people watching. We have 119 likes. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Let's keep them going. Keep them growing. All right. Jeremy Siegel. The biggest risk on AI investing is that it can be done much more cheaply.
You got to get, I don't know, some optimism, pessimism. Let's see what Jeremy Siegel's got to say this morning. Professor Emeritus of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business, also chief economist at Wisdom Tree. Where do you stand, Professor?
Well, Andrew, you said earlier about, how has the past looked when you invested 23 times earnings of, it's certainly a very good and apt question. I would answer the following. If you take out the AI, the Mag 7, you're really closer to 20 times earnings. And I've written that 20 times earnings in the market today, given interest rates, liquidity, et cetera, is the right ratio. So the question is AI priced too high or not? Now, obviously it's almost a third of the S&P. So I'm not saying if it goes down, you're going to go down on an index. But you have to admit, AI is a revolution unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime. It could bring benefits that we don't even know about at this point. I think the biggest risk on AI investing may not be whether it works or not. I think it's going to be worked, but can it be done much more cheaply? Do we need $1 trillion of data centers? Remember when we went back to the .com boom and bust, what really caused the bust was they figured out how to put 1,000 times more data through the fiber optic cables that they were laying. All of a sudden, the multiplexing and all those companies that said, we're just going to, wire the universe, said, you know what, we don't need that much. Is there a possible, and I'm just putting this out here, a way to get AI without spending the hundreds of billions of dollars on these centers? But AI, no matter what happens, is really going to totally transform our economy.
Professor, how many times have we called Professor Siegel a perma-bull, Andrew? You have lived your entire life with that moniker. And I think you could speak to this, Professor. If the Dow was at 780, that's when I remember, I think I was in Merrill Lynch trading class. And so maybe I don't know, my muscle memory is if it was at 780 and it's now at 47,000, being a perma bull has been the right thing to do. And I know perma bears. There's guys that were interviewed by Barron's every week. Yeah. They were perma bear. Can you speak to that? Perma bears are always in fashion. They're always in fashion. Perma bulls, if you're wrong once, you're going to get written up all over. Why does it work that way, where it's so fashionable to be a perma bear? I'm not going to mention any names, but they know who they are. Yeah. But they can always get written up. Being there's one.
Joe, my publisher, when I published Stocks for the Long Run, said, Jeremy, do you know that bearish books, cataclysmic books, doom and gloom books, outsell optimistic books by 5 to 1.
Here I am, writing about the crash.
Writing about the past. You're not. That wasn't a predictive.
That's
book,
true.
Sorkin. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean,
Professor.
it's just people think if you're an optimist, you're wearing Panglossian glasses, rose color. You don't get it. People who are optimistic don't get how bad things really are. I heard you. I mean, we're talking about Gunlock. Jeffrey Gunlock being a perma bear. I think one person you were thinking of early on, Bill Gross. Remember Dow 5000?
Yep. I mentioned that call.
That he wrote.
Worst call in history. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. By the way, that was absolutely at the low of the post financial crisis market that came out. He called for another 50% decline, and it was straight up from that point there. So, in the long run, listen, we may wobble the year end. I do think there's some, worry about if the Fed is going to go or not. I think they should do 25, but, choppiness is likely to be the order of the day. But, as I say, AI is a revolution that's changing the world, that could bring about economies of scale that far exceed what we saw from the development of the internet. So there's, does that deserve a 30 or a 35 PE while the rest of the market is, 19 or 20? But I would say yes. So
crypto,
I think it's different
this
time. Of course, everyone who says it's different this time often regrets it later on. But I think we all agree that we are seeing things with AI that we have not seen in our lifetime.
Yeah, agreed 100%. So we did wick down, guys. If you check it out over on the Bitcoin chart, we did wick down to fill. Let me just clean up the chart a little bit here. We filled the CME gap. We're back up, even on Binance. We're back up to, we got to 91.4, I believe. Back up to 91.8. So very nice. Now, what we want to do first, if you want to know what we need to do first, we need to close above this. Actually, let's make it a little bit of a range, right? Let's make it a little bit of a range. So what we need to do now, let's get above that box right there now, right? Because we have another CME gap. Well, that is the CME gap right there. So this is, we have one at 96K. This is a CME gap here. And then we have another one up here between 104 and 110K. So we got two CME gaps to the upside to fill. Are you bullish on Telcoin? Yes, I am bullish on Telcoin for sure, Jake. I am bullish on Telcoin. Telcoin is one of the projects we pointed out over on the Patreon. It must have been about a year ago we pointed out Telcoin. So yeah, some of the Patreon members, I believe, are Telcoin holders. But anyway, guys, I got some coaching calls I got to get to over on the Patreon. Get over there, book your coaching calls. It's 50% off right now. Like I said, holiday special going on in effect. Also, I'm dropping 4 new trades over there today. You're going to want to get in on those. Even when the market's red, we are bringing the income in. So get over there, book your coaching calls, join our group coaching calls. We also have a Patreon live tonight at 6 p.m. Central. Be there for that and so much more. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.